thought it was about time I got the 170 out for a little spin. Which might sound a bit rumbly there, I think, because we've got pattern belts now. Can't seem to get hold of authentic, genuine Electrolux for some reason. You can get 500 series, but I'm struggling to get genuine ones for this. Because they're patterned, they don't seem to last as long. So it's had a new belt in now for 3 or 4 months, something like that. I think it's time to change it over. So I'm not going to do that in the video today. But what I did want to do was introduce you to something that goes along with this vacuum, which I am very lucky to have got hold of. And surprise, surprise, it is the Toolkit. This is the very battered box that it comes in. I've had to try and repair it with plenty of sellotape. And because the top part is missing, and it's quite flimsy, I don't think I'll turn it into the accessory box that you're supposed to be able to. I mean, I suppose I could do, but I quite like seeing it in its tool condition. It's got a date on the bottom here. So it looks like St Cuthbert's something or other. Chester Avenue, Edinburgh, dated 29th of September 1979. So Scottish 170. So really lucky to get hold of that. Now, what came within it, you can imagine. Ta-da! The old butterfly tool. And of course, the famous crevice tool. No toolkit would be complete without the extension wand, which is in quite nice condition. Interesting. We have a hose. However, it isn't woven and it isn't the usual crush-proof type. Now, I was trying to explain this in one of my cylinder videos. I can't remember if it was the 87, where I was saying that it's got a hose with it that looks a bit like snake skin. Can you see that? If that focuses all right. It's plastic. It's very tacky, and it looks like a snake or some kind of, I don't know, something from the jungle. Do you get snakes in the jungle? I don't know. Excuse me, I've still got a cold. But anyway, it's got a nice hand grip, which I'd still need to get the old Jif onto to clean it up. And the other end, this is a new one. Different to what we've seen before. This is the connection for the plate that goes into the front of the machine. So the hose is nice and clean, it's in good condition. Where's the plate? Well, the plate is here. Now this slots underneath here, and we'll do that in a minute. Now, because it's probably seen quite a lot of use, it's quite scratched and battered. On the underside, the gasket that goes all the way around the outside to sort of make the seal with the sole plate of the vacuum cleaner, that had all rotted away, and I had to sort of scrape off the last remaining bits that were there. So it means that when you run this, there's a bit of air escaping. So what I've tried to do, this is like the first attempt, is I've used a silicone instant gasket. So you get it in a little tube and you cut the end off so that you can squeeze it to the size and space that you want. And I've just trailed it all the way around, tried to smooth it off with a knife. And in some places it's not too bad, in other places it leaves a lot to be desired, but it does make the seal a bit better. But what I found is, as this plugs in, and this will be at the front of the cleaner, that the weight of the head kind of seals it. So before, because there was nothing in this indentation, there was a lot of air escaping. So the suction on the tools is better, however, it is not great. And I don't think it was designed to be that great, because this motor is only 200 and something watts. It's not the greatest motor. So what I'll do is I'll plug it in, I'll show you how it goes in, and I'll attempt to do a bit of dusting. But for big jobs, you know, I wouldn't use this to do my car. I don't think it would stand up to it. A bit of high dusting, you know, with the extension pole, and the butterfly tool, that'd be fine. Stairs, if they were just a bit grotty, or your sofa, but anything heavy duty, forget it. You don't get the suction like you would with a 500 series. I've also got a little explanation of the toolkit. So this must have come with it, and it just obviously lists what all the individual parts are. And there's the nice lady that's there demonstrating how you you fit the tools to the hose, how to hold the hose behind yourself. This is also repeated in the instruction manual that comes with the cleaner, but it's just a little handy hint. And I don't think that's got a date on. No date on that. However, ta-da! 170B. Again, I don't know what the B's for, you little B. I'm not sure, because we had the same on the 87. That said 87B. I'm not quite sure what the B designates. But yeah, you see, it's kind of repeated. A lot of the same details, the same pictures. That opens that way. Optional toolkit, so you had to buy it separately. But yeah, very 1970s. I think this has got a date on. Yeah, January 1977 on that one. So I would have thought then that based on the pictures in here, originally your hose would have been woven, and then it's changed to this sort of mid to late 70s. This machine, I think, ran from 1970 to about 81, so it's very popular. And if you ever watch any of the early 80s episodes of Coronation Street, somebody's always got a 170. They were just obviously the popular machine in the north, in the land of fiction. But anyway, what we'll do, if I try and, I'll pause you and I'll bring the camera closer and I'll show you how to fit the plate onto the bottom of the machine. So going by the instructions, what it says to do is, well, move your hose out of the way first. Then it says to turn the cleaner onto its side. So what I'll do, I'll tip it kind of this way so you can see underneath. I haven't done any restoration on this yet. It's a job for me to learn how to do it and get it sort of cleaned up. But if you can see underneath, this hole here should marry up with this clip at the top, okay? And then there's two metal clips either side. Basically, it goes into there, clips on, and then you upturn and you can plug your hose in. So laying it down, I'm not the quickest at this, there must be a knack to it, but in goes that, and then press here, and there we go, we're in. So I'll upturn this and you can see, look, there's your entry for your hose. And if I explain about that gasket thing, try and hold this up without decapitating myself. It's this gap here between the metal of the sole plate and the plastic. So before there was a huge gap, but because I've put that sealant in and then the weight of the cleaner on top of it, it kind of makes a bit more of a seal. It's not airtight, it's not perfect, and I will have to look at that to try and make that a bit better. But for the amount of times I'm going to be using these tools, it's not worth spending a lot of money. So let's get this plugged in. It's just a case of slot in and twist. Nice tight fit. And then we'll switch on and we'll see what we get. I think I need to have a look at that switch as well. It didn't come in straight away. Yeah, there is suction, but it's not brilliant. So you could get away with doing a bit of dusting, with doing the stairs. But yeah, like I say, if you've got some ingrained dirt that it's in nooks and crannies that you need to get to, I'd get yourself a cylinder. But I'll just do a quick demo, just using the brush for dusting, just so you can see it as it was intended to be. Yeah, I mean, it's quite good fun, but does it really do a lot? Not massively. I will have to look at that gasket thing again, see if I can get that tightened up a bit, but actually it's easy to come off. It's all still in place and it's chunky enough to close the gaps, but yeah, that's something to work on. But as an upright vacuum, with its beta bars and everything, I love it. I think I'll always keep using it as an upright. Tools, it's just an excuse now to get the cylinder out, but it's handy to have them. I like the fact they're in a box and it completes the set. And the thing I love about it too is it leaves lovely track marks in the carpet. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little demo. They may come back in the future. If I can do something better with that connecting plate, then we'll get them out again and demo them. But for now, it's just a quick view.